Today we're going to be talking about how to integrate visual arts and English. I've picked a 5th grade class, and there's going to be a little background on these. So to start with, we're going to talk about the I can statement, which is going to be mostly through the visual arts standard. So the visual arts standard is I can follow the steps of some technology procedures and processes to make media artworks. And then we'll talk about the English language arts standard, which is 3.1, and it's going to be to gather ideas from text, multimedia, and personal experience to write narratives that develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, descriptive details, and clear event sequences. So all in all, that's going to take about 3 minutes to do. We're just going to go over them very quickly, and then students are going to jump right into their assignment. So a little background for the assignment: students previously worked on narratives that followed along this English language arts standard, and they've already been checked off, and they've been revised, and they're at their tip-top peak already. Additionally, they made clay characters in their art class, and while they were in art, waiting on things to dry, they made backgrounds for their characters and for their stories. So all of these things go together. So into today's lesson, they have already written their story, they have their characters, and they have backgrounds. Anything else that they need, like props for their characters, like clothing or hats or walking sticks or something, as things that they can do today just before they finish. So for the during, which is going to be the bulk part of the lesson, it's going to be 25 minutes. They're going to work with partners, which they wrote their stories with partners. So they're going to be working together, and they're going to be setting up their characters, and then each group is going to have a camera that's disposable, and they're going to take a picture of each part of their scene, and they're going to move it, take a picture, move it, take a picture. They are required to have 5 scenes, which their story is broken down into 5 scenes. They can't have more, but they cannot have less than 5 scenes. So today's goal is to have all of the students have pictures of their scenes 1 and 2. And of course, they're going to continue on and finish their scene pictures and later lessons, tomorrow and the next day, until they're finished. So their finished product, they're going to, I'm actually going to have the film develop in the disposable cameras, and they're basically the end product would be a stack of photos from the bottom to the top, and you flip it and it tells the story. So that's the basic, very, very basic version of what's going to happen. So as I said before, students will have about 25 minutes to work on the bulk of their project, taking photos and adjusting their characters. And then following that, they will have a quick check-off list, which will take about 2 minutes for them to complete. For their take-home activity, they will have just a couple of coloring pages that they can finish at school later the next day, or they can finish it at home. As far as materials, mostly what's going to be used and what's going to be most prominent in the classroom is the visual timer that's going to be up on the screen. So that's going to count down from 25 till it hits 0 when they're finished. Additionally, students are going to need props for their characters if they've chosen to add on to what they've already got. So they may need capes or shirts or hats or maybe walking sticks. The most important piece of equipment that we will be using are the disposable cameras, which I will have made available to them as they have already started. So that is the final piece of the puzzle, and hopefully we'll be able to see an end result soon.